What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. We got a little PR action from Prada. Little letter we'll bust open, but Prada Rossa Carbon Eau de Parfum. I still have yet to look at notes. I don't know if it stays the path of that Sauvage smell of the original, which was actually better than Sauvage EDT because it was smoother the way they do lavender. Nobody does soapy the way they do soapy. But I have high hopes. Could it be a dud? It could be a dud. I don't know. We're going to find out. Is it shit? Is it great? Did they improve? Did they go backwards? I don't know. We're going to find out. Stay tuned.
Back again, yet again, once again.
Always giving you the real, one fragrance at a time. It's TLTG reviews, baby.
So, first things first, it's a mess around here. I'm like 60% done in here. I got way more fragrances up. You can see the Zaharoff stuff moved up. We got Mancera's here now. I just have so many fragrances. We're like 60% done in this room. We're like 75% done in the closet, 30% done in the sneaker room. Trying to do a little bit of everything, but a little update for those of you keeping up. But let's see what they have to say. I won't read into it too much. Doesn't look like any type of personal note of any kind. I don't want to risk seeing notes, but Prada, flip top. Let's see, do we have 100 ml? Do we have a 50? I mean, I don't care either way. It's free, 100 ml. So 50 would have been fine. Doesn't matter to me. Save me from buying it because I was going to buy it anyway. Rossa Carbon Eau de Parfum. Not for resale. So, promotional bottle. I hope it's good. I doubt it's going to smell like Sauvage Eau de Parfum. The original Eau de Toilette smelled like Sauvage Eau de Toilette. I doubt that's what they did here. But then again, I really don't know. It's just, like I said, I haven't seen the notes, but I have a feeling there's leather or something, like they went deeper and darker maybe. Oh man, upgrade on the bottle. Matte gradients with a matte finish on the bottom. Oh yeah, upgrade. That's an upgrade. That's smoother looking. This is the best looking Luna Rossa bottle. Easily. It's not even close. One good spray is all we should need. I've got Gusto Limon on this hand. I've got Amber Bloom from Electimus on my neck. So this is the third fragrance going on skin right now. Still has that Ambroxan smell out in the air. It smells like it might have a little bit of leather. I haven't gotten close to it yet, but Ambroxan base though. Ooh. Much spicier. It's a woody, spicy, dominant Ambroxan fragrance. Super mass appealing though. This is, so niche snobs will turn their nose up at this. This is very, very designer, very chemically synthetic, modern mass appeal kind of stuff. But let's call a spade here. Most people just want to smell good and would like the opportunity for others to think they smell good and tell them they smell good. This kind of stuff does that. It smells like it's a little bit of like suede, peppery, cardamom-ish, more cardamom type of smell to it. It's got a little bit of a bitter green element to it with woods and a bunch of Ambroxan. I'm sure there's some citrus in here, but it's not like popping out at me like, ooh, bergamot. It's shining on the hand too. We got some sheen. For an eau de parfum, it's on the higher end. I would say 20-22% range. Man, that smells good. See what ye old sticker says. Doesn't show a volume. We got a batch code for those that care. I mean, I would assume it's the first batch. It's a pretty new fragrance, so not really at discounters and stuff yet. And if it is, there's very few of them. I haven't seen it at Fragflex or anywhere like that. Or Joma Shop or anything. God, that's good. Okay. It's a hit. It's a hit. It's good. Let's see what the notes are. Because again, I've honestly never looked at them. I don't recall ever seeing them. Like even when iFragrance announced it, I don't think I saw them. I don't recall seeing them. Let's head over to Old Faithful Parfumo. Let's type in Prada Carbon. And we should have two options. Yes, we do. 9 years apart, 2017 and 2026. Here we have it. 7.8 out of 10, 96 ratings. So people are digging it. Almost 100 ratings, and it's still hovering almost at an 8 out of 10 average. Spicy, fresh, sweet, powdery, synthetic, lavender, licorice, cypress. There's that green element. Licorice. Okay. A little bit, sure. Makes sense. Now that it says it, I'm immediately smelling it. It's the mind. I see it and read it, and now I smell it. Isn't that weird how that works? Sometimes I know everybody goes through that. It's not just me. Like I was not picking up licorice. Now it's all I smell. Isn't that weird how that works? It's like all I smell now. It's a licorice bomb now. Did it just happen to set in at the exact perfect time that I was reading that? Coincidence? I don't know. Yeah, it's super licorice dominant. Spicy. I get a lot of woods here. They don't list woods though. They just list lavender, licorice, and cypress. They don't list woody as a main accord, but I get a woody spicy, like spicy being the main accord. I'm with that. It's very spicy, fresh, a little on the sweet side, powdery. Yeah, definitely. They're relating it to all kinds of stuff. Lamal and blue. No, this is way better than that disappointment. Any of you who smelled that? That's my most disappointing designer release of the year. It's just a sweaty anise bomb. It's okay. It's not terrible. But for them, it's like the worst release they've put out in years, I think. Prada Black. Luna Rossa Carbon, the original. More so. Lamal. Certain Lamal flankers. I could see it fall the way the lavender comes across. And it's probably Tonka that's sweetening it up. I could see it being related to some Lamal DNA flankers and stuff, but not exactly. Maybe a cross between like Lamal, 212 VIP Black, and Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Put them together, and what have you got? Luna Rossa Carbon EDP. That sounds right to me, based on what I'm smelling, because now I'm getting a licorice bomb, go figure. But it's not off-putting in any way. I actually like licorice in a fragrance, so put it in the win column. It's a bomb, though. If you don't like licorice in a fragrance, you will hate this fragrance. You will not like it. If you're going in just expecting another Sauvage-smelling fragrance, it ain't that. It's a little different. I think this get a lot of compliments. It smells stout, too. Like it's going to perform really well. Again, that oil sheen is shining on the hand. 8.75 out of 10 first impressions rating. Great, bordering outstanding, because it kind of reminds me of a lot of my favorites in one. Like I said, 212 VIP Black, because of the way this kind of sweet and licorice spiciness kind of go together. I get Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Black elements here, strong elements, on a Prada Luna Rossa Carbon EDT base with a little bit of Lamal's Lavender Tonka combo. The cypress, the green element, like it's not mint, but cypress can come across a little bit. Like, you see what I'm saying? Lavender Tonka cypress, lavender mint vanilla, Lamal, yeah, kind of tomato. I like it. I like it. Sample first, though. This one could be a dangerous blind buy if you're not prepared for how much licorice it's going to be. I think it's damn good, though. I think it's one of the probably 5 best designers I've smelled this year. I think it's definitely in that top 10 designers released of the year for me. That I've smelled anyways. And I've smelled a bunch of them so far. 8.75 out of 10. Well, appreciate, I believe it was L'Oreal, who owns Prada, sending this my way. I believe it was L'Oreal that was on the package. I got the email a while back. Wasn't sure if it was coming or not. It's been over at least a month since I signed up for that. When the email came through, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, send me a free bottle. For those of you that don't know, when these designer brands hit you up, there's no strings attached. They just want you to post about it. There's no please say nice things or please use these guidelines. They don't give a fuck. Give me some airtime in your way. However you want to talk about it, do it. Give me some airtime. That's basically what it is. I was going to buy it anyway because I love buying designer fragrances. I just do. I'm still in the designer realm when it comes to designer fragrances. You know, I just love this shit. This is a good one. I like it. What do you think? Comment down below. So I know I'm not the only one to try it, but yeah, 8.75 out of 10. Improvement on the original? Yes and no. Yes, because it's more interesting. No, because it's probably not as mass appealing, but it's not as boring at the same time because it was just a smoother Sauvage at the end of the day. I think this is more interesting. So appreciate you guys checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave. See you on the next one.